Welcome back to Google Class. How are you, students? Today I am going to discuss with Transfer of Property Act. Now this is new chapter. Okay, charge, 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 under section 100. Okay, here what is the meaning of charge? Okay, as per the transfer of property, in property law, a charge is a form of security for the payment of a debt or performance of an obligation consisting of the right of a creditor to receive payment out of some specific fund or out of the proceeds of the realization of specific property. The fund or property is said to be charged with the debt thus payable out it. Okay, and the only property charges capable of subsisting at law. Okay, number one, a rent charge. Okay, rent charge. Rent means any one of the persons, tenant, no? So rent charge in possession charged on land, being either perpetual or for a term of years absolute. Number two, a charge by way of legal mortgage. Okay, based on the legal mortgage charge. And the third one, title rent charge, annuities or similar change on land not created by an instrument. In the same charge explained section 124 of the Company Act 1956 also. So let's definition of charges. It lays down that charge include mortgage in this part. Section 100 of the Transfer of Property Act 1882 defines charge. Okay, can you understand? Section 124 of Company Act also describe charge. As per the TP Act, under section 100 also explained defined charges. Okay, so section 100 definition of charges. Section 100 definition of charges, where immovable property of one person is by act. Where immovable property of one person is by act of parties or operation of law made security for the payment of money to another, and the transactions does not amount to mortgage. The latter person is said to have a charge on the property, and all the provisions herein before contained which apply to a simple mortgage shall so far as may apply to such changes. This is section under definition. Okay, as per the Transfer of Property Act. Let's see kinds of charges. Kinds of charges is available two forms: creation of charges and nature. Okay, under the keeping in view of creation of charges, they can be subdivided into two kind of charges. Number one, charge created by act of parties. Act of parties, only parties, both parties. Number two, charges arising by operation of law through the court. Okay, operation of law means through the court. Here, charges by act of parties means a charge created by the act of parties is called charge by act of parties. There is no particular form necessary. I will give you one example, then it is easy to understand. Okay. Example, A sued for property against B during the trial before the court. Trial court. Okay. That's trial stage. A and B compromised. Okay. According to compromise degree, court order compromise degree. Okay. The property shall be taken by A only. A. Okay. And A shall have to pay monthly maintenance of rupees 200. Okay. A shall have to pay B. A shall have to pay B a monthly maintenance of rupees 200. If there are any arrears, B shall have charge on the property and he can recover the arrears with interest from the profits of the property. Thus, a charge is created on the property in favor of B person. Okay. Right. And another, charges by operation of law. A charge created by the operation of the law is called charge by operation of law. Example I will give you. Unpaid vendor's lion. Unpaid vendor's lion. Section 55 subclause 4. And B, second one, Wendy's charges for Wendy's, V-E-N-D-E-S, Wendy's, vendor Wendy. Okay, seller and buyer, the topic. Okay. So, Wendy's charge for prepaid purchased money under section 55 subclause 6. Third one, marshalling of securities under section 82, charge in favor of person entitled to contribution. Okay. Number fourth one, a trustee under the Trust Act 1882 is entitled to have charge on the property. Section 32 of the Trust Act explain the powers of the trustee to hold and charge on the property. That's all. These are all charges by operation of law. Okay. Here, how the bona fide transferee. The explanation section 100 provides the production to a bona fide transferee for consideration and without notice of charge. Okay. And another kind, the kinds of charge is nature. Okay. This is the second part. First part, kinds of charges, is operation of charges. That subdivided charges created by the act of parties and charges created by the operation of law. Over. Now, another one, kinds of charges, nature. In this situation, section 100 of the Transfer of Property 1882 applies immovable property. The contents of it also can be applicable to movable property. Under the Companies Act, the debentures also create a charge over the company's assets. Keeping in view of the nature of the charges, they can be divided into two kinds of charges. Under the Companies Act is of two kinds. They are, number one, specific charge or fixed charge. That is number one. Number two, floating charge. Okay, two type of charges. What is specific charge or fixed charge? This meaning a charge on specific property is called specific charge or fixed charge. A fixed charge is a mortgage of ascertained and definite property. Example, legal or an equitable mortgage of a specified factory and prevents the company from realizing that property. Okay, that is disposing of it free from the charge without the consent of the holders of the charge. Where a charge is on fixed plant and machinery, where a charge is on fixed plant on machinery, it will only apply to those items physically attached to the company's premises and not to all a company's fixed, that is capital assets. Okay, based on this specific charges, I'll give you example. This example also related to one leading case. Okay, this example case is FD Jones and Company Limited versus Ranjit Roy. F.D. Jones, Jones Jones and Company Limited versus Ranjit Roy, Ranjait, Ranjit Roy, Ranjit Roy. The facts of the case: the company took the loan from Ranjit Roy. Okay, here FD Jones and Company taken loan from the Ranjit Roy. The deed explained based on this loan agreement deed, the properties shall be in the lender's possession, including machinery, stock in trade and movable effects, present and future, okay, etc. That's all. The creditors sued the company. Creditor sued the company. Okay. The question arose whether the charge was floating or fixed. This is the main dispute from the company and the loaner. Okay. The privy council held that the case before the privy council, as the properties of the company were in the hands of creditor, the charge was fixed charges only. Okay, the privy council gave judgment only hands of the creditor, the charge was fixed charge, that's all. Okay, and another subtitle, floating charge. Okay, floating charge. What is the meaning of floating charge? Floating charge is an equitable charge and some or all of the present and future property of a company. Okay, all of the present and future property of a company. Example, the company's undertaking, that is all its property, present and future, that is floating charges. What are the characteristics of the floating of charges? Here Romer LJ, jurist, describe that a floating charge shall consist three important characteristics. That is, number one, it is a charge on a class of assets of a company. Class of assets of a company, present and future. Number one point. Number two, that class is in the ordinary course of business of the company, changing from time to time. That class is the ordinary course of business of the company, changing from time to time. Number third one, it is contemplated by the charge. It is contemplated by the charge that until the holders of the charge take steps to enforce it, the company may carry on business in the ordinary way as far as concerns the class of assets charged. Okay, based on this floating charges, we'll give you one example, then it is easy to understand. Okay, here XYZ Company Limited manufactures garments. Okay, XYZ Company Limited manufactures garments, GARMENTS, garments. Okay, clothing company. It purchases cloth required for garments regularly, which may range from 10 lakhs to 20 lakhs per month turnover. Okay, purchasing range 10 lakhs to 20 lakhs per month. It has regular supplies to its customers. It takes 50 lakhs loan. Okay, it has regular supplies to its customers. It takes 50 lakhs loan. The raw materials, the made up materials of the company is stock in trade of that company. Its value and quantity changes from time to time. Okay, the creditors who have given 50 lakhs loan to the company have change on that stock in trade, which cannot ascertainable at every moment. Okay, the value and quantity of the stock in trade changes from time to time. Even the creditors have charge on that fluctuating stock. Even then the creditors have charge on that fluctuating stock. So it is called floating charge. The floating charge has the nature of ambulatory or walker or changing, going from one side to another. Okay, it's changing this side, that side. Now it's understand floating charges. Okay, in or example case law, in Re-Indus Film Corporation Limited, in Re-Indus Corporation Limited. Okay, the facts of the case: Indus Film Limited borrowed certain amounts. The deed was scribed. A lion, L-I-E-N, lion, is the right person. Lion will lie on all our assets, including machinery, etc. Now, lying or that may be bought hereafter until repayment. Okay, the creditors sued firm for the recovery of the debt and also seized the machinery, assets, etc. of the company. The company contended that the creditors could have fixed charge on the machinery and assets. Okay, fixed charge and the machinery and assets. Based on this case, the Privy Council gave judgment that it was a floating charge as the deed contained the clause now lying or that may be brought hereafter, the agreement. Okay, this word is mentioned. This phrase included the property of true, which would be the essential characteristic of floating charges only. That's all. Easily give judgment. Okay, we'll see next definition and all next video class. Okay, bye student, take care.